How sweet to be an idiot.
Yep, Charlamagne the God.
Andrew Schultz.
Welcome to another week of the Brilliant Idiots podcast, man. We really appreciate everybody that subscribes and ranks us on iTunes. Salute to everybody that listens to us on SoundCloud. We appreciate all the support, everybody who takes clips, puts them on your various websites and shit. You like this intellectually ignorant shit, don't you? Don't you, huh? My guy, Andrew Schultz. How was your week, bro?
Oh, it was good. Charlotte was good. Shout out to all the Brilliant Idiots.
Did you go to Mertz?
No, I didn't go to Mertz.
Why you ain't go to Mertz, man? You can't go to Charlotte and not go to Mertz.
Let me get a pen. I went to Price's Chicken Coop, which was bomb. It was a fried chicken spot in Charlotte, and it was really good.
Ultimate to text you until you go to Cookout.
What's Cookout?
Cookout is a fast food restaurant that serves cookout style food.
Okay.
But it's just amazing. Late at night, you leave the comedy club, you go to that shit, get you a nice hamburger off the grill, a hot dog, the milkshakes are crazy. It's good. I love the Carolina. I'm from South Carolina, but I love Charlotte.
Yeah. Charlotte was cool, man. I like Charlotte. There was a lot of, I was stoked that there's a lot of Brilliant Idiots fans out there. Literally every show I do, the second I say dick in some sort of way, someone in the audience just screams out, dick talk! So it was cool that the audience got behind it, and it was Halloween. Oh, I saw some fucked up shit that made me real sad.
What?
So above the comedy club where I was at, the Comedy Zone, shout out to the Comedy Zone, there was on Halloween they had a performance, and it was with Coolio.
Oh my God!
And Tone Loc.
Oh my God!
Yeah. But this was the saddest part.
Oh my
dude,
God!
It was like I was watching what could happen.
That is the epitome of struggle, dog. No, that's hip hop.
Wait.
Hip hop don't age well.
Well, wait, oh no.
Hip hop is milk.
Oh no. Hip hop ages like white people.
Hip hop, yes.
Hip hop ages poorly.
Jay-Z's an anomaly.
Well, Jay-Z, he really is.
Jay-Z, Pharrell, and you can't even really say Pharrell because he's a producer, so he should be good.
He's also an alien.
Yes,
so that's why he ages like that. But yeah, so it was a show, and it was raining. Nobody was there. It was like half full. It was outside, freezing cold, and there was a stage. Y'all ready for Coolio? And the lighting system the stage had there was one light. It looked like a flashlight with a little red paper over it to give it light, and they just blinked it on and blinked it off. And they blinked it on and blinked it off. And that was supposed to get the crowd hype. And y'all ready for Coolio? And nobody said anything.
What was the demographic of this crowd?
Bro, I don't know. I mean 21 to 30.
Was it packed?
No, it was half full. It was raining. Nobody was there. He ran on, and a couple people were like, yeah. A couple of people didn't even recognize him. People were going, is that the guy from the cooking shows? Apparently he does cooking shows now.
Who do they expect to come to these shows? Like Tone Loc, Wild Thing. Motherfuckers' grandmas were dancing the Wild Thing. Like, literally.
Funky Cole Medina.
Nobody, come on, who the fuck is coming out?
But I was watching this. I just did a show downstairs, right? And I came up, and I get to watch this, and it's like, I'm seeing my career go up, and I'm seeing what can happen to a career. It was like this really, wild experience. You know what I mean? It's like, stay on your grind, or this could fucking happen. But
that's why you got to make as much money as you can when you're in that moment.
Well, didn't he make money?
I don't know, dog.
Man, Coolio must have made money. He was famous.
Now Tone Loc was also the voice of goddamn that cartoon.
Oh yeah.
So he should have made some checks off that.
Day's Kids, was it Day?
Was it Baby's Kids? No, it was a regular cartoon.
Yeah, I remember seeing him on like a True Hollywood Story with him where he was saying some shit like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you to everybody who came out to the shows. I really appreciate that. There was a guy, I forget his name, but he was real. He was cool. He came out and he was a big fan of yours, and he said, I always thought one day I might get to meet Charlamagne, but I don't know if I will. It was real weird to see him kind of be like sad about it.
Yeah, like I'm Prince or somebody.
Yeah, but no, to him maybe you were. But I said that I give him a shout out. I forget your name, bro, but thank you for coming out. I really appreciate it, man.
Hold on, we don't got no sponsor?
No, we do, but in the middle, man.
So you don't got no top sponsor no more?
No.
Falling the fuck off, dog.
Hey, man, it happens,
we this close to being Coolio and goddamn Tone Loc.
See, that's it. Now we're fucking Tone Loc. You'll see.
I saw Prince this weekend, man.
Oh, yeah? How was Prince? That's right. You were at SNL.
Yeah, I went to the taping of SNL. Well, it wasn't a taping. It's live. I actually gained new appreciation for what they do on SNL. Let's be clear. SNL is horrible. Like, the show itself. It's really bad, right? But the execution of it, I respect the fuck out of what they do. Because it's think about it. It's an hour-and-a-half show, right?
Right.
It's really live. Like, live, in the moment, every second. Nothing is pre-taped. The sketches, everything, they got to be in position. They read off cue cards.
Let me ask you a question. this whole time it was called Saturday Night Live. Did you not think it was live?
Come on, man. We do television. How much times do we say things are live?
Bro, live is live, dog.
Hey, I'm with
Live
you on
is
that.
live.
But for them sketches and stuff, who knows? I thought some of them might have been pre-taped.
All right.
It was one. The only pre-taped one, of course, was like the Taylor Swift one because that was like a commercial.
They had to get her in
But
there.
I was impressed at the execution.
Okay. But
Terrible.
you thought it wasn't funny at all?
Oh, no. SNL's not. I mean,
Now-
no, not even a little bit.
Really?
No, not even a little bit. I mean, the only bright spots for me on SNL is,
Young Pete
of course,
Davidson.
young Pete Davidson. Jay Farrow's good. I think Jay Farrow's really good. You know what I'm saying? His Cat Williams is spot on.
Okay.
You know, Keenan is good, but what is like? Keenan doesn't have a distinct character on the show.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I think Michael Che made me laugh because he fucked up in the middle of his
Michael Che's funny, man.
I know, but he fucked up in the middle of Weekend Update, and Weekend Update came on after the Prince performance.
Yeah.
So Michael Che's talking, and he's like, "Yeah." He stumbled over his words, so he had to retell the joke.
Oof.
But you know when you retell the joke,
It
it's
ain't
not
gonna be
funny.
funny. Yeah.
So nobody laughs. So Michael Che goes, "Prince, ladies and gentlemen." And the whole crowd is like, "Yay, Prince!"
Start turning up.
It was great.
That's a give it up for God, everybody.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You ain't gonna boo God.
Yeah.
Leslie Jones fucked up.
Oh, really?
once
What happened?
During a bit with Chris Rock.
Oh, shit.
Not only did she fuck up,
Oh,
she walked
shit.
off.
Did Rock call her on it?
No, she walked off, came back, and did the let me get myself together, and did the line. That's what I was like. You know what? This is why they don't hire too many black people on this. In that moment, I'm sitting in the audience like, now come on, Leslie, you're supposed to be representing. If anybody supposed to be on point, it's the new black woman on the cast, okay?
That's when you got to do the white privilege thing. You'd be like, see, a white person would be allowed to stay off stage.
Absolutely. Oh, we bringing in our guest just in time. My guy, Little Rel, representing Chicago, Chi-Town.
What's up, man?
New show, Friends of the People on True TV. Little Rel's in this bitch. We was just talking about how not funny SNL is.
Oh, damn, don't do that. Don't put me on a spot like that about that.
Now, I did not say that this was SNL is not funny. Charlamagne came out here saying SNL is funny.
Charlamagne, he's the only person in this fucking nation that can say whatever he want. And nobody don't dispute it. You made Kanye cry.
I mean, but the truth is, man, listen, we all know SNL is not funny.
Look, after I did the Breakfast Club,
Okay.
I had to sit down about what Lil Rel could say. What he
Okay.
say.
Why? What happened? What happened after
What white
Breakfast
man
Club?
sat you down and put you in your place, Rel?
I'm just playing. Nobody sit me down. I'm just,
Listen, it is nothing wrong with being politically correct.
No, ain't nothing wrong with it. But I mean, SNL is not I don't think is, as a fan of the show, two things. I'm excited about the new casting stuff.
I do.
Yes.
Big Les
I do.
over there.
Agreed. I think
Pete
they
over
need
there,
it.
Che over there. They needed that.
They need to go younger. It was a little bit dated.
It was a little dated, but it's
one
a
of those
machine,
shows
though.
that's
I don't think
crazy.
it'll ever go up unless Lauren Michaels decide to stop doing it.
It's
Yeah.
been going for so long, and it's not surprising. You know what the hard thing is this? It's hard for you and your parents to like the same shit.
True indeed.
And our parents were watching SNL when they were kids, right? So there was a time when they were watching it and their parents weren't, right? And they were like, yo, this is our shit. So how do you stay relevant to a fan base that is literally 18 to 80 years old? How long is this shit been on?
Evolving, though.
And
That's
get
what they're
fresh
trying to
talent.
do,
Fresh
and they're
talent.
getting
But
fresh talent.
They ain't did well. I mean, a lot of us probably auditioned.
Did you audition?
for it.
You auditioned for it?
Yeah. So it's weird. You always like, oh, that's how y'all picking it, which is dope about when everybody start getting their own sketch shows. It's like, you missing out. They had to feel like that when A Living Color came out.
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me y'all don't know about Jim Carrey and
Yeah,
Tommy
Tommy Davidson, Jamie
it's
Foxx.
very interesting, man.
What do you mean? Oh, that they didn't pick them.
They didn't look for those guys.
Man, you're not going to score 100, man.
No,
on
no,
a
no, no.
test.
He's got a
You
good
gotta
point.
miss.
No.
Which is what?
If
It's not a million comedians. If you do
True.
a showcase and you send, but the problem is the people in power like that most of the time lazy. They don't look for comedians like they used to. Either they go right on the internet or they go with a suggestion.
Yo, it's just like anything. It's like, do you want to spend that time? It's the reason why your boy who works
Yeah,
at
if you wanna be
Verizon.
rich.
But think about it. If your boy works at Verizon, right, and he works in L.A., they would much rather transfer him to New York than hire a new cat in New York. And that's what casting is. It's basically, I got these people around me. I trust them. I know that they're funny. All right, you fucking
Well, that's
come
why
on.
we haven't had breakout stars on nothing lately because they don't they used to find these people.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but the show has to speak to us as well. It's like,
But you know what's interesting? Saturday Night Live, right?
Yeah.
Number one sketch show in America for 40 plus years, at least the most popular. How have other sketch shows come in and done better than them with new talent?
have they?
Yes, in Living Color, Chappelle Show.
Where is it Living Color now?
It don't matter. Culturally, it had much more
It
impact.
absolutely
That's not,
matters.
but that's not why they stopped it, bro. It ain't had nothing to do with them. A Living Color could have kept going on, but you could tell whatever Fox situation was with the Wayans, them some real dudes, man. And
Absolutely.
if they can't do what they wanted to do as far as creatively, they did the right thing by leaving.
It's just like, you don't know who Key and Peele. You couldn't find Key and Peele.
They don't get everybody Lauren Michaels power, man.
That's all I'm saying. Who are the casting directors of SNL? How are you letting all of this great talent
Pass you by.
Hey, that's all I'm
That's
saying.
all I'm saying is that you're not going to get every single time. It's
They
not
haven't
gonna
got
happen every
none.
single
It's been a
time.
while since it's been like Pete is killing.
Okay.
For real. I'm
Yeah.
proud to say he's really doing well.
He's
and
doing good.
that's a steal for them. So I mean, but it hasn't happened like that in
And
a
he's not the
long
typical
time.
SNL dude. He doesn't do
guess
characters,
what?
really. He doesn't do voices. He doesn't do any of that stuff. So it's like,
A lot of on-the-job training for Pete.
yeah.
He's doing. I mean, when he did the Riddler the other day, that was good.
Yeah.
He but see, that's what I'm saying. Like, some people just got it. I think for a long time, but like Chris Farley didn't do anything that was just all his characters were so different.
Yeah.
He just
was
had
fat guy.
it. Yeah,
Fat guy
But it
with
was
little
funny.
coat.
But it's
Fat
about
guy
being
with
funny though,
coat
right?
that fits. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what.
I don't want to ruin my
process is.
chances of being on SNL in the future, so I don't want to talk.
That's real, man.
So would you do SNL?
No, not now.
You wouldn't do it now.
Unless I was hosting, I wouldn't be a cast member.
I would text you and say you a damn fool. Why wouldn't you, Ralph?
Because now you know how, once you start really learning what stuff, like in our show, we're all producers and writers and everything. It's hard to go backwards out of that without no real power.
Oh,
From
just
this
be a
point on
talent.
in my career,
Yeah.
whatever I do, I'm not going to be just a talent on a show.
Yeah.
If
So
anything
for
that's
every-
my show is going to be my show.
For people who don't know, Rel is a comedian. He's also on this new show on True TV called Friends of the People.
Yep.
With a couple other people from Guy Code.
Jermaine Fowler.
Kevin Barnett.
Fat Boy Barnett.
Yeah. So
Josh, what's Josh's last name? It's a
Rabinowitz.
nice
Oh,
Jewish
Josh
name. I can't-
Rabinowitz. I love Josh.
What
That
is
kid
it?
is adorable.
Rabinowitz.
Okay, what's the young lady's
Don't
name? Is
fuck that up.
Jennifer Bartell.
Bartell, yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
And
cool.
the Lucas brothers.
And the
Yeah, and
Lucas
Lucas Brothers. We're just on Fallon.
Who I
So,
just
shout out.
found out were twins.
You thought they were just the same dude?
Yes, I used to always see this guy.
Oh, for real?
I never knew they were twins
Oh,
until
wow.
I came to the Friends of the People. I came to
the
like a
radio
preview
thing,
show,
yeah.
and I'm looking. I'm like, hold up, they're twins. Who the fuck knew? I had no
The new
idea.
Mary Kate and Ashley. That's how it works.
Okay, so Chris Rock was on SNL.
Yeah.
I thought his monologue was incredible.
I thought it was hysterical.
I thought it was amazing.
I thought it was dope.
Of course, people were offended because he touched on things that comedians. I don't know if they're afraid to talk about now. I just honestly think there's not enough comedians that are smart enough to talk about.
Well, that's not it either. I think it's people that's doing it, but it's no room to get on TV. It's like it's just not a lot of those comics don't get on TV no more. The
Okay.
people they booking is the ones that they feel like ain't gonna say nothing too crazy.
I'm interested you said that because somebody else told me that earlier today. They said people don't got the platform. Like, but ain't y'all on the stage every goddamn night?
Yeah, you can say a lot of stuff live. I think we probably heard some of the greatest jokes about terrorist attacks at a
Nothing
live comedy
travels
show.
at a live show.
No, it
A
won't
live
travel
show
no
is
more,
100 people, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it. Even if every one of them tweets, there's 100 fucking tweets. You do one podcast, you do one TV show or that kind of stuff, and all of a sudden the internet blows up. So you realize how limited stand-up is. Stand-up is we do stand-up because we love it.
We love it.
But you ain't getting famous from just stand-up. Those days are fucking gone. You need a sketch show. You need fucking shows
Well, you
that we're on.
you got to
et
tape
cetera.
everything, bro. Like you can't just do one thing. Like I don't know what I've said. I've done Nick Mom Night Out.
Nick Mom Night Out. What is
It's a
that?
stand-up show on Nickelodeon. That's what I'm saying. It's so much stuff to do. I've done everything they like you want to do
Yeah.
it because you have to do that now. It's too many channels.
Okay,
Even
let
if
me
you
ask-
do it, I feel like even if you do everything, you won't get as much traction as if you do one bit and all of a sudden like a feminist blog takes it and says that you're a sexist and writes a big article about it. And now it's on Reddit. Now it's on all these things. Like you can have
But how does
one
that help you
joke
as a
that blow
comedian?
because it brings eyes to you, dog. It makes people go, oh shit, look at this person. The fact that people are upset at Chris Rock's monologue is way better than if they liked it.
No, I
But see,
understand.
that's
They're
why
saying-
Eddie Murphy quit, man.
Why?
I remember him saying he felt at some point he couldn't say what he wanted anymore without it being a big deal, protest. Like it was just too. It's almost like he's predicted what's going on now,
Yeah.
that he knew it would go this far. Because Chris Rock been talking about controversial stuff since I don't know when. I think it was some stuff maybe some people should have been offended by.
I don't know how you could be offended by those jokes.
That
I don't
monologue
understand
yesterday,
how you could be offended.
it wasn't even anything he said to me that was.
Nothing.
All it was is I
Nothing.
talked about 9/11. I talked about I just mentioned these two things, and then people go, "Oh, wait a minute! You mentioned those things. We're not supposed to talk about that. I'm upset."
I'm gonna tell you what the problem is. People watch it on television, and before he can finish what he's saying, they're already tweeting. Oh my God, I can't believe he's talking about 9/11.
That's what I'm
This
saying.
is so wrong. Oh my God, he's talking about the Boston bombing.
It's
I'm so offended.
buzzwords. You just say rape, right? You could say before that, you know what's the worst thing ever? Rape. All they hear is, did he
Rape.
just talk about raping somebody? He's raping everybody. What
On
the
a comedy
fuck is
show?
Oh my goodness. You know,
He
so-
condones rape.
He loves rape. That's what he was saying. So they're just waiting to be upset. But the genius of Chris is that if you really listen to his material, you don't disagree with what he makes you laugh at. You can't tell me it wouldn't suck if you ran 26 miles and then somebody yelled run.
Run.
Like you can't. It don't matter.
It was amazing.
It's a great joke because look, it doesn't matter how you feel about the Boston bombing. That part of the joke you agree with,
and it makes perfect sense.
It's not disrespecting
It's
nothing.
smart.
No.
It's honest. Listen, a guy called the radio station this morning about the Freedom Towers joke that he said, right?
Yeah.
Which I don't even think it was a joke. I just think he was telling the truth.
the joke to people who haven't heard it yet. Basically, he said they're building this amazing building, the
He
Freedom
said they should
Tower.
call it the don't go in there tower.
Because I'm
He
never
said, 'cause
going
I'm
in.
never going in there.
No, who the fuck is going?
And who hasn't thought that? So I said to the guy after he complained, I said, let me ask you a question. Would you go in the Freedom Towers? He goes, no, I mean, I wouldn't go in there. So why are you upset because Chris Rock expressed verbally what you feel? I just think it's distasteful. So is it distasteful for you to feel that way? If it's distasteful for him to say it, it must be distasteful for you to feel that way. Fuck out of here. Thought it was a great joke. He
That was good.
I thought it was a great joke.
He said, can the
it was a good
building
joke.
duck?
I mean,
That was the funny part.
He said, who's going to sponsor this building? Target?
Target, yeah. Those were the funny fucking points. It's like he's so great because he'll take a super controversial topic and then he'll find something that you agree with within the controversy.
Who's not thinking that?
Who's not
Yeah.
thinking that?
Yeah, agreed. That wasn't my favorite part. But that first joke with the Boston bombing was fucking great.
Nah, my
man.
favorite one was the gun shit.
Oh, the gun shit was so ill.
That shit was so fucking
The
ill.
gun
yo.
shit was so ill.
And it showed, like, he kept it 100. Like, I don't support shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I used to support charities and all of that kind of stuff, but I go to this one charity and, it's against guns because I don't feel like, we should get rid of all guns. You know what I'm saying? But you shouldn't be allowed to have a machine gun across from a
The
school.
metaphor he said was great. He goes, listen, I'm not saying get rid of the guns, but there should be some limitations. It's like the same way I feel about driving. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm not against NASCAR, but you shouldn't be able to drive the NASCAR around the fucking town. It's like, who doesn't agree with that about
Who don't agree with
guns?
that? And then after he leaves the event, he goes home, he checks his website. It's all of these people that, want the right to bear arms, talking shit to him. I'm going to kill you when I see you, blah, blah, blah. Chris Rock is like, well, goddamn.
No, I need a gun.
I need a gun. I need a gun right now.
And you can't hate him for wanting a gun. He just got death threats.
He just got death threat.
How you going to tell someone who just got a death threat that he doesn't want a gun?
And then he wraps it up with, so from now on, if you ever see me speaking out against any disease, I got it.
Yeah.
How can you be mad at that?
Yeah, man.
You can't be. But people find a way to be offended.
They're just being offended to be offended.
That's petty as hell, man. That monologue was so fucking hilarious. That was one of the best we've seen in a long time.
A long time.
Dude, what I loved about it is he knew it was going to piss people. Like, Chris and me,
I don't think he was trying to piss people off.
no,
yo.
he knew it would. He wasn't trying to,
He
but he
knew
knew
it
it
would.
would. There's a
I don't
difference.
think he knew it would.
Man,
I
Charlamagne,
think
you
so.
out of your mind.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about Chris. Let me tell you real quick. Let me tell you something
I
about Chris.
interviewed Chris Rock, right?
I've spoken to Chris Rock a
Okay.
lot. I speak to him regularly
I
at the
interviewed
comedy
him
cell.
when Good Hair was out. Remember, it was a big controversy over Good Hair.
Yeah.
Black women was mad as a motherfucker.
Okay.
He was perplexed as to why people were upset over Good Hair. He could not understand it. Like he couldn't even talk. He was trying to do the interview. He was like, "How are people upset about Good Hair?"
But see, at the time when he did the interview, it was right before it came out, though, right?
No, it was out. It had just came out.
I don't know how somebody after they watch it get mad at that.
Wait, what? Good hair?
Yeah.
I didn't see
So
it.
that lets me know. I don't
Is
think
that
he
surprising
Does,
that
I
I
don't think he
didn't go
does
to
think
see
to
Good Hair,
purposely
guys?
piss people off.
No, he doesn't do it to. Actually, I wouldn't go so far. I think there's a couple things. I think he knows he's the smartest guy in the room, and I think he likes flexing that muscle. I think he likes going, "Oh, you think that you're never allowed to talk about the Boston bombing? How much you want to bet? Not only can I talk about it, I'm funny enough to make you laugh about it. And I think he gets off on that. I think all comedians that talk about controversial shit, like, we get off on that shit, dude. It's the second something bad happens, my brain starts going, how can I justify this shit? How can I just, even with the fucking Ray Rice thing, as horrible as that is, as a comedian, your brain starts turning and it starts going, all right, how can I find a way where this shit is okay? His Ray Rice material was fucking incredible, dude. I don't want to give it away because I'm sure he'll do it on a special, but I saw him working out the cellar, and what he was saying about Ray Rice was the most, dude.
This is a good time for Chris Rock, especially with everything that's happening.
Yes.
This is his time to shine. Like this way he showed why he's probably smarter than most of us.
What's your approach to comedy, Rel? Do you say things that you know are going to piss people off on purpose?
No, that's that weird shock bullshit.
There you go.
That ain't me. I don't like doing that type of shit. I go throwback. You know what I mean? I'm for real. Like, you hear comics always talk about who they look up to, and then you watch them on stage, and none of their material matches whoever the fuck they look up to. Like, nigga, you look up to who? But with me, I really do look up, to Eddie Murphy, and I talk about a lot of personal stuff. Like, it's very personal, no matter what the fuck it is. Like, it's new stuff I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna take my hour in December. That I'm excited about. Shit, you know what I mean? Like, I just went through a divorce and all this other shit. So I have a whole nother perspective that I see other people come at things with. I'm coming really honest and open, and I don't care how I look. I can look soft, motherfucker. Everybody act like men can't be hurt off shit.
No, if you're not afraid to talk about yourself,
yeah, you got to do it.
Talk about anything.
Be vulnerable, man. We want to see you be vulnerable.
That's who do well in comedy. People who are vulnerable.
That's who do well in any form of media, period.
Yeah.
If you're a radio personality, if you're an artist, if you're a comedian, if you're transparent and you're bringing people into your life, they'll love you forever.
People relate to vulnerability regardless of who you are. But to what you were saying about shock, see, I disagree with you. I can't get into a comic unless there's some shock value. Like, Chris Rock is shocking to me. He's gonna say he's gonna say, Hillary Clinton should have been sucking that dick, and then people go, whoa, and then he'll justify it. But to me, I need a whoa. Okay,
so we talking about one of the best. See, the problem is, you know how people look up to people like Chris Rock, say, "Oh, the shock comedy." They take it to a level that it doesn't make any sense.
Agreed.
Exactly. Fucking ignorant.
Shock for shock, stupid, right? Yeah. Just going up there and be like, "I fisted a chicken." I don't give a fuck about that. Yeah. But if you say I fisted a chicken and then have a brilliant reason why it's okay to fist a fucking chicken, then hey, I love, make me disagree with you and then get me to agree. That is, as a comedian, that's my favorite thing to do. Can I get you to disagree with this premise as an audience? Yes. And now I get you to agree with it.
That's what I loved about Patrice O'Neal, man.
Patrice.
He's a fucking but see, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Patrice wasn't a shock person to me either.
Some people think he is.
And I'm going to tell you why in a second. Go ahead.
Because honestly, that's about the honest like, it's bits I've done. Maybe somebody else will be, that's why would you. When I did my Comedy Central half, I do this bit about these little kids. I came up with my solution on why it's violence in Chicago. You know what I mean? Because I think a lot of them kids is raising themselves. And when you got to raise yourself from a kid, from a baby, like these independent little kids. I do a joke about this little 3-year-old I met who independent. He carry his own car seat, whatever. It's a whole little thing about it.
Gotcha.
It was people emailing me and Twittering me like, oh, man, that's fucked up. Why would you shit on? What are you talking? Like, this is real.
Yeah.
You idiot. It is kids literally take care of themselves. So for somebody to say that means somebody's never seen it before. Like, you just trying to impress white people. What? I'm from the west side of Chicago. What are you talking about?
Man, you can.
I got to a heated argument with this dude.
People will not let each other be great, man.
No,
look,
it's so funny,
oh my God.
But it's so realistic, and people think because I can't help who the audience is, I'm performing this in front of.
Got you.
You understand what I'm saying? So you act like, bro, before I outdid it in Boston, I didn't know my audience was gonna be basically all white people. I don't care, to be honest with you. I do the same material in front of whoever. So
and the money green, who gives a fuck?
Shooby doubles, brother.
They label me a shock jock all the time on the radio, and I always say there is no value in shock. If you are approaching any microphone with the intention to be shocking, with the intention to purposely piss people off, you will eventually shoot yourself in the foot. And what you said about young comedians looking up to other comedians and then aspiring to be like them, and then, like Show say they'll end up talking about fisting the chicken. It's the same thing with Howard Stern, right? Howard Stern was never a shock jock like having girls have sex in a goddamn church in a cathedral. He was just an honest person. So being that he was honest, that is what was shocking. Being honest. But then you got these other guys who would come along like the I think his name was Bubba the Love Sponge, and they would do shit like have couples having sex in cathedrals to be shocking. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
just doing too much, man.
That's bullshit. And guess where they at? Who knows? Meanwhile, Howard Stern is still reigning supreme. Wendy Williams wasn't a shock jock. Wendy Williams was just telling her honest opinion and giving her honest
See, that's the
take
thing.
on
There's
situations.
this negative connotation to something shocking. We were talking on the phone yesterday about this. Honesty is shocking.
Honesty is shocking. That's all it is.
Just if you're being honest about kids in Chicago, if you're being honest about the Boston Marathon, you're being honest about whatever it is that you're talking about. If you're being honest about school shootings, whatever your joke is, if it's honest, a lot of times it's going to be shocking. Shock for shock's purpose
Never
is
wins.
stupid. Just like, in my opinion, being a clean comic to be clean.
Yeah.
Like, if you're doing anything besides for the purpose of honesty, it's worthless.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
if you're genuinely a clean person,
If in your life you don't say curse words and that kind of shit, sure.
And it should be easy. Like I look at it like it's certain people I don't curse around. Like in my family,
Your
that's
mama,
just a
your
respect
grandma?
for it. Like I had shows with my aunts that came out, and I'm like, okay, I guess I ain't cursing tonight.
you
and
from
people
Chicago and never curse around your aunt?
won't do it. I won't do it. I'm not comfortable. You know, and I can't help it because I got respect like that in my family. You know what I'm saying? So, and it was still a great show. Nobody even knows I didn't curse.
Sure.
The people that force it, like, yeah, I'm a clean comic. Bro, you should be able to do anything. If you got to do Tonight Show and they tell you just can't say MF, bro, just do your
Cut it
material.
out.
It's just that easy. So
Yeah,
to put
or-
yourself in a label like this
or
crazy.
if you're a comic and you're just a filthy motherfucker. I know there's filthy motherfuckers out there. Like Attell, while he could easily do a late night show, you're not getting Attell, one of the best that does it. Put yourself on a platform where that's what you do, where you can be filthy, you can curse, whatever. Just be who you are. Sometimes that honesty is fucking shocking. That's why I don't want you to be upset, because you say shit that's shocking on radio sometimes.
Yeah,
Right?
I mean, it's shocking because it's the truth. But I'm not approaching the mic. I know personalities who have purposely tried to be shocking. And guess what? They don't have jobs right now.
Yeah, but no
You know what I'm
one's
saying?
accusing you of doing it purposely. I think in that moment you're like, I want to suck out a fart out of J-Lo's ass.
Like today I said
I
on the
wanna do
radio,
that.
Kylie Jenner comes from a long line of horse. Motherfuckers speaking like, oh my God, I can't believe you just said that.
Does she come from a long line of them? There's one whore that she's related
Her
to.
mother?
Who did her mom fuck?
Kris Jenner?
Who did her mom fuck? Two guys?
Who are the two guys?
An Olympic gold medalist.
Okay.
And one of the most wealthy lawyers in fucking Los Angeles. If that makes you a whore,
They don't even,
holy
Chloe's
shit.
not even sure who her father is.
Say what? How?
They said Chloe fucked up. They said
Are you-
OJ was her father.
are you-
Time out. They said OJ might be Chloe's father, and OJ was
Charlamagne.
the family friend.
Charlamagne.
What?
Charlamagne,
What?
Charlamagne, you really believe that OJ was Khloe Kardashian's dad?
OJ was a shit dead too.
What?
Man,
Time
get
out,
the
hold on.
fuck
First of all, one of the best running backs in the league.
That's shock jock.
Chris Jenner's
That's shock jock right there.
Chris Jenner's best friend was who? Nicole. OJ at the house. Everybody drinking, drunk. OJ you think OJ wasn't trying to fuck every white woman in that house?
This old
he wasn't.
entertainment. This old Hollywood.
What?
Yeah.
Right,
Wait, why does OJ have to fuck every white woman? Why? Why is that part of the plan?
Because
Why,
he was fucking every white woman.
Why are we just accepting that shit?
Because he
You don't
was.
think OJ was fucking every white girl? That's what OJ did back in the day.
Yes, that's what he did.
He could have fucked other white women, maybe not his lawyer's fucking wife.
What better?
You know what I want to do? I want to get his lawyer. I want to get my lawyer's wife pregnant with the ugliest kid that she
He didn't
has.
mean to shoot her club up.
With the ugliest
He
kid.
didn't mean to do that. Shit happens.
Get outta here.
To act like OJ didn't fuck Chris, and to act like that's far-fetched is no way. Absolutely not.
It is far-fetched.
No, why?
Have you looked at Chloe? Does she look anything like OJ?
Yes.
Oh, she does.
looks like a big
definitely
NFL
looks mixed.
fucking running back.
Oh yeah, she definitely looks mixed.
She looks like
Absolutely.
She does.
When I look at
like-
Chloe, I
you
go,
like, look at her
half
shoulders.
black.
Look at her
Absolutely.
shoulders.
She looks like an NFL
Look
fucking
at that.
running back.
Absolutely. Definitely half black.
Look, you see her exactly. You see her.
I mean,
face,
they
her
all
face,
look
her
like
head structure.
they all look mixed. To be honest,
They
with
look Armenian, like their mother or their father is Armenian. That's what they look like.
Hey man.
Hey, she fucked two dudes. That doesn't make and two successful guys. Listen.
Two
How
dudes
many
that we know of.
how many unsuccessful girls have you fucked? How many gold medalists have you fucked?
Let me.
How many gold medals you fucked?
None. Oh no, I have actually.
Who?
Don't worry about
Man,
it.
fuck outta
I swear
here.
to God.
Gold medalist.
I promise to God I have. She runs track. But
Gold
anyway,
medalist,
I'm
my
married
ass.
now.
You
That
ain't
means
fucked
nothing.
no gold
Yes,
medalist.
I have.
You fucked not a fish fry
Yes.
gold medalist in South Carolina, an Olympic gold medalist.
I'll tell you I'll show you when we get off this podcast.
Say it right now. First of all, it's a
Hell
woman
no.
gold medalist. Nobody knows who the
I
fuck
would
they
never
are.
do that to her.
Second of
I would
all,
never do that to her. But anyway,
do that to her.
no. You think I fucked a guy?
No, I know it's a girl. But why is this a bad thing for you? You're giving her some shit? She's going to make it on Wheaties now.
No. Absolutely not. You got to stop doing this to people. That's why people don't like you. Why? Stop trying to put people on the spot. That's shock bullshit.
Listen, that's honesty. That's honesty. I honestly want to know who you had sex with.
I would honestly never put somebody's business out there in this platform.
Okay, you pussy.
No, that's why I'm the hip hop Howard Stern. I'm gonna be around. Why all of these other motherfuckers are trying to say the most shocking shit because they think that's what Charlamagne does?
Yeah.
Bye. Fired. Okay, there goes more competition.
I hear that. Hey, let's
still here.
Let's play that recording of Floyd Mayweather reading. That won't be shocking or anything like that.
That wasn't shocking.
Oh shit.
Who was that shocking to?
America when he couldn't fucking read?
Yeah, it was that he couldn't read.
Don't hop on your high horse about this shit. Don't think you're better than people because you don't say some fucking gold medalist name that you fucked. Even you do all the fucking same shit. That same bit came from an honest place. All I wanted to do was let the listeners hear it. Fair. I honestly want to know who this gold medalist is.
Never would I do that.
Okay, was it a group event or a single person event?
Doesn't even matter. But back to Khloe Kardashian and motherfucking OJ. Do you know the latest rumor is that Lionel Richie is fucking Khloe's father? Now, I don't believe that one.
Fucking Khloe's father?
Yes.
Lionel Richie was fucking Khloe's.
No, Lionel Richie is fucking Khloe's father.
Oh, okay. I was like, Jesus, Charlamagne, how far down the rabbit hole are we going?
Let's be clear about another thing.
Yeah.
The apple never falls too far from the tree. Most of the time when you see a hoe, guess who the fucking mama is? I mean, guess who the pimp? A fucking pimp who lived that life too. Now she's living vicariously through her daughter. You would have to be a certain type of woman to allow your daughter to say, hey, you know what? Let's profit off this sex tape. You know what? Go ahead and do Playboy.
That's crazy, man.
You know what I'm saying?
So you think that she's the mastermind of that sex tape?
Look what the two young daughters are doing now. Why the fuck y'all in and out of studios with every fucking rapper?
Wait. If you're a 17 or 18-year-old girl, you wouldn't want to fuck these rappers? This is what I don't understand. When we fuck girls that we wanted to fuck our whole lives, it's cool. When these girls fuck a handful of dudes, we're not talking about 50 guys, a handful of some of the most successful dudes in the world, all of a sudden they're whores. Wouldn't you rather?
I didn't say they're whores.
Oh, man, you do that shit when you grown, fam. If my daughter, she ain't about to be
18 isn't grown?
Nah, hell no. Nah.
If my daughter's 18, she could fuck whatever famous person she wants.
She's not 18.
Who's not 18? Kylie's 17, the other one's 19 or something.
Yeah, the one that's riding around with Tiger in the studio with Drake is 17 years old.
Hey, I was
flying to Europe with motherfucking Tiger. Probably
that's
get
crazy,
fucked,
man.
I was legal.
I would let my daughter get away with that shit.
And where is Chris to speak out on that? Why is Bruce the only person on the show saying no? These girls are such and such age, this and that. Why is Chris like?
She cares so much about the girls of the family. Bruce changed himself into one.
Yes. Being a Kardashian or a Jenner only matters when you're a woman. Bruce wants to matter.
Bruce wants that.
That's it.
Damn.
He's morphed into America's next
apple.
top lesbian.
Hey.
Just to fucking keep up with everybody fucking else.
That's right.
That shit is fucked up, yo.
God, that's one thing about the reality shows. It's tragic. You almost could see people's lives go down the drain live.
Why you never did a reality show, Russ?
I wouldn't do it.
Were you offered one?
No. It was OWN did like this show where they end up doing it with all female comedians, but when they did the scissor reel or whatever, I did it with my family or whatever. So they had my kids, and at the time,
so what were they saying? You look like a female comedian, kind of?
No, I couldn't do it because of the living color thing. So then they had to recast it, and they made it all female comedians.
Oh, so you was supposed to be on the recast of the New and Living Color as well.
I did that. Yep.
Okay, so Keenan kind of got it right. He picked America's next top sketch people.
I think he's smart. I think he's a very smart guy. He did it. He was cool. I like the Wayners, man. I still keep in touch with them and stuff. So.
Yeah.
What happened with? Can you speak on that?
I can, because I don't know anything.
Oh, really?
They won't. Nobody. Like, we haven't even seen what we shot. Only people that have, I think, seen it is the president of Fox and Keenan.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like locked up in a vault. Even though I think the other Wayans see, but they're a real close family. If they saw it, they wouldn't tell you anyway.
Keenan told me that. Keenan told me that the reason he felt like it couldn't work was because the internet makes it hard to do shows like that because the internet guys do everything before you can get it to TV. Right. And even if the internet shit isn't that good, it's still the concept done. Is gone. Yeah,
it's interesting.
Well, I mean, he had to realize it's a different writing style too, though. Mm-hmm. So I get what he was saying. He makes a good point, but like with us, this is a part of our generation doing stuff like this. So we kind of know how to write in this speed and habit to be much better than what they put out. Because now this shit is about 15 seconds now. So the full sketches ain't even going on YouTube like you used to, unless you can really produce some dope shit. If you can just throw on a wig now and
that's what Vine is.
keep your beard and shit, and
It's literally just dudes with facial hair that put on a wig.
that's so weird.
And then
man.
say how girls cook eggs in the morning. And they literally do a 6-second thing where their like shirt is rolled up under there.
But you know,
I mean, it's crazy.
That's these kids' TV though. Like my man was just telling me, my dude was just telling me that he saw DC Young Fly at Howard's homecoming. He said DC Young Fly walked into the spot and shut shit down like a national television star.
He's funny to me.
And he's funny to me too.
Fuck you,
But see,
fuck
he-
you,
but
fuck
that's
you.
like that's
Bring that
that's
ass
like
here,
that's
man.
how them young dudes in Chicago. Like he just knew how to record himself.
Yeah.
So if he brought that shit to the shot, they'll roast the shit out his ass in his style.
So
Wait, what? What'd
So
you
that's
say?
not DC Young Fly's thing.
I mean, he's a part of that generation. I think it's that generation's thing. You know how we all our generation have a way we roast and all that shit.
Yeah.
He sound like every 16 to 17-year-old I know in Chicago. So if you walk down the street, them motherfuckers, a group of them will roast the shit out of your ass.
Yeah. Mama June face asshole.
He just did this. He knew how to record that shit. So
Yeah.
he just was smart.
So his skill was
He's probably
learning how
he's
to
probably the
turn camera.
nerd. Nah, I'm fucking with you.
No,
Don't get
say
fucking-
it. No,
Yeah,
it's a
but
good point.
He probably is like the nerd. He just knew how to use the phone. All the real people who really do that shit are really in the streets, but they do that shit.
He is funny though. He's
No, I
funny.
ain't said he ain't funny.
Like, he got rappers mention him in rap.
Kev
like Jeezy
mentioned
Chris
to him.
Brown, I just read Chris Brown rant.
And the first thing he started was, "Bring your ass here, boy."
Yeah, I was like, oh shit. Chris
Listen,
Brown crazy.
I'm not mad. You know, and I had like Donnell Rollins was telling me that he's seen those guys on stage do stand up, and he was like, "Yo, the beats are different. Like it's not the same. Like how y'all set up your punchlines and stuff like that. Like they get right to it within 10 to 15 seconds, which could work in their favor because that's how people take in information nowadays."
I've never seen this guy. Have you seen him live?
Ooh, DC Young Fly?
Yeah.
No. I never even heard it. Has he done a live show yet?
I don't know.
What'd he do at Howard?
He was hosting. They pay him money to come out just to appear. But he wasn't even at a place he was hosting.
See, this is
he
scary
walked
thing.
into like a restaurant or something.
What happens when that audience grows up? I mean, that's the big part of anything. Like once they become mature and that's not that funny to them. Bring your ass, boy. You 30, like, eh.
I mean, but that's the key.
See, I think what they do is perfect for us as comedians because it sets the bar low. It's like back in the day, all you saw was Eddie, Chris, these monsters. You just see an hour special. Now you see this little 15-second of guys cooking up something in a skirt, and then you come out to one of our shows, and people are literally like, yo, I didn't know you could laugh for more than 6 seconds. What the fuck?
You said something
That's a
interesting
great way to look at
earlier.
it.
But don't you feel that at your shows?
That's
like,
real.
When young people come to your shows, don't you feel them? They're surprised almost. They're like, yo, this was so funny. It's because
we can do any of those. Like, it's funny watching them. Like I think that's another thing comics are saying too. That these guys are pretty much they're remixing what a stand up could do. All that shit. I can roast. I can do all that little shit you doing.
Yeah.
It's just interesting that you might like a lot of them. I don't like the cockiness of some of those guys. You're not. This is not original.
come on the stage.
Yeah, what you doing ain't original. Get the fuck out of here. I was your age and did all this weird roasted shit.
Okay, it's always interesting when people say stuff like that to me because if it is so easy, why didn't y'all do it? It's the same thing with like when people say Soulja Boy is whack. If he's so whack, why didn't you make Crank That?
But we did.
Or Crank That
No,
Dance?
people did. Like, do you remember
This
back?
this is a better generation. This is their time though. You understand
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like they can post and upload shit quicker than I can't even do it that quick. I would have to sit at my computer and think it's like I know I can do all this stuff on their phone and be like, oh, it's uploaded. I'm like,
Yeah.
what? That was quick. So I mean, it's just a different. I mean, I ain't hating on it. It's just very interesting. Like I don't like the cockiness of it.
It's
That's
great,
what I'm
but
saying.
it's great. I agree, but it's so great for us because comedy is hot now, and we do comedy the best. It don't matter if you're funny in 6 seconds. If you got to do an hour-long show, that's what we've been doing for years. So
Okay, with
it's
that
great
said,
that comedy's hot right now. It's great that there's interest. You know what
why
I mean?
did you say earlier that nobody can blow off a stand-up special?
You can't blow off of just stand up.
Maybe they're just not that funny.
Nah,
I don't know.
What do you think?
I don't know if I believe that you can't.
I think you can. Why
Off of
wouldn't you?
just a stand up special?
If it's that good, absolutely. That shit could make
Because you
a
got to think
household
about
name
this.
overnight.
Cat Williams, if people really think about it, everybody would probably say Friday, but nah. That's not how he blew up. Because he wasn't that big. His role wasn't even that big. He was funny as
Cat
fuck.
Williams blew up off stand-up.
He blew up off stage. And because they bootleg, the streets fucked with Cat Williams. He's one of the, I've never seen somebody movies in the streets more to hit. And this is before he shot the good one. This one, it was still a shaky camera.
Yeah.
Shit, the first shit that was out there. So it's possible if you make some impactful shit.
Look at it like this. What movie has Cat Williams been in that would have the impact to make everybody say, "Oh, I fuck with Cat Williams"?
Here's what movies do.
It's all
and
stand up.
Here's what TV does is they qualify that person.
Not to me.
So Kev did a couple movies.
Cat is a different story,
And
bro.
no, but I hear you. But Cat is like, you see someone in movies. Kev, you saw him in movies. He didn't have big roles at first, but all of a sudden he's in movies, and then he has a comedy special out, and you're like, oh yeah, that's a guy who's I've seen in movies.
He
I want to see
blew
his
up
comedy
strictly
special.
Stand-up.
from stand-up.
Who? Kev?
Cat Williams.
Kev
Williams.
too.
Oh no, not Kev. Kev did not.
I'm gonna tell you
Kev,
why Kev was done.
Kev did not.
Let's be clear. After Soul Plane and a failed
I don't
NBC
think
show,
so.
stand up is what got Kev back hot again. I saw
No.
Kev at Caroline's 2009, selling out Caroline's. It was him going back on the road, doing the stand up specials that got him popping again, like popping.
Stand up brought Kev back. I mean, I'm not saying he ever left. I don't want to say that because Kev, he's one of those guys that got it so early, like young. So he's actually a good risk. If you start getting a holding deal when you're 21, 22, you actually can fail for 5 to 6 years and then come back because you're still young. So
It's rare though.
He hit a lick, but that wasn't his fault though. I think sometimes they offer at that time. It was when they was giving out, like when I talked to comics that was in that boom. It was a weird boom of these dudes was getting hundreds of thousands. Yeah, like
bro.
they were just giving it shit off a Montreal set.
Now you're getting $75,000, dude.
Kev,
That's it. Dude. It's like they would give you $500,000 holding deal. Now it's $75,000. They might give you an apartment in LA.
That's real.
They
They cut everything in half.
But apparently they're giving a lot more people $75,000. So they just cast in the net. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's true.
I think it's changing again. I think one thing I'm excited about now is that the comedians are starting to get the shot again. We get the shot to make sitcoms again. At one time, it was just, either you got to write a job. They didn't build a show around you. That's why I like I'm proud of Christella too with her show on ABC. Like it's a good little new run happening where they letting us control the funny now.
What show was the Christella show?
She has a sitcom on ABC called Christella.
Yeah.
Really?
With Gabriel
I haven't
Iglesias.
seen that one.
Yeah, very funny.
I haven't seen that one.
Let's
But
pay some bills, man.
Yeah, let's pay some bills, man.
It's unbelievable how putting on a great pair of underwear changes your entire outlook for the day. Isn't that true, Rel? Don't you feel that way?
Yep,
You travel with clean underwear?
all the time.
For real?
All right. Now, you know that feeling of putting on that ratty, old, saggy underwear?
Yeah.
I want you to know that feeling of wearing great fitting, great looking underwear. That's what I want you to know, Charlamagne.
Yeah. So you need to know about MeUndies.com.
Okay.
All right. MeUndies has the most comfortable underwear you have ever tried on. You following us, bro?
MeUndies.
MeUndies. Okay, they fit perfectly. All
Oh,
right?
beautiful.
They don't ride up on you. You know what I'm saying?
No
Get
riding.
all up in your ass, and they literally pull moisture away from your skin, so you're cool all day long. I heard people with foreskin love MeUndies.
This is men underwear.
Yes.
Yeah, man. We got the MeUndies and the MeUndies socks. They got
Okay,
socks
okay.
too. That's what people don't realize about MeUndies. Just sucking moisture everywhere. I have mine on right now, and honestly, Charlamagne,
Yeah.
I'm floating.
See, the thing about MeUndies,
I'm
man,
floating, bro.
The thing about MeUndies, and when you say you're floating, when I wear underwear, you know what I want underwear to feel like?
What's that?
Like I'm not wearing underwear.
Wow.
I want it to feel free. I want it to feel like it is nothing on.
You want it to feel like me.
Yes.
Well, not me, but you.
Yes.
So that's why it's MeUndies.
MeUndies. All right, it's such a profound impact to the way I feel every day having comfortable underwear on. And to be honest with you, I've never bought good underwear before because I always end up going to buy boxer briefs that are never quite my size.
Yeah.
They're always too tight and it feels
Yeah.
like somebody's hugging me all
I'm
night. I feel like
with
I got
you.
a fucking waist shaper on.
Yeah,
you know?
MeUndies are beautiful. They fit great. I mean, honestly, there's one thing that I got to tell you guys.
Yes.
MeUndies, they make you look great.
For the girls, check out those hot looking boy shorts. all
Yeah.
right?
My girl has a pair of these, man. Just, oof, beautiful.
How much
Absolutely.
they cost though?
Man, here's the thing. The price, I'm glad you asked, Charlamagne, a fraction of what typical high-end designers charge. Fraction, okay? Here, I'm going to help you out. You go to MeUndies.com/idiots, and you can get 20% off your first order. That's 20% off your order when you go to MeUndies.com/idiots right now, and you'll even get free shipping within the U.S. and Canada.
All right, let's get back to the show.
All right.
All right, we got my man Lil Rel here. Now, me and Andrew Schultz, we was looking for a female to come on the show today, but all of these females is so damn busy Y'all are so busy and wonder why you single, you know.
Why don't you just respond to this sexual harassment?
Yeah.
Then you won't be so single.
Yeah, salute to all you busy broads, because we wanted to talk about the catcalling video that everybody is discussing, that holla back. What is it?
I
Hollaback.com?
holla back. But the point that Charlamagne is trying to make is we did try to have a female's perspective in here. We made an effort. I even reached out to the girl that was in that video.
Yeah.
And I holla back.
I saw she put up a tweet that said she's not doing any interviews because she was just an actress. Basically saying, I don't have anything to talk about. Okay? That's why I Instagram more than I tweet, like most pretty girls. Okay? So,
yeah. You know what's funny? What if the pants that she was wearing just had no ass on them? Like, what if she was wearing assless chaps and none of us know that, and that's why there were so many comments?
The Prince pants, the old Prince pants?
Yeah, what if she had on the old Prince pants?
I was trying to look and see, did she have ass? Like, what was it that was making everybody be like, oh, shit?
Yeah, that's what Damien said when we were talking about the video. I was like, what do you think about this video? He goes, I think I want to see that ass.
What's up? Turn around. Let me see what everybody's lusting over.
Because she didn't seem that bad.
So you saw the video, Rob?
Yeah.
Okay.
She didn't look all that. I mean, not like that. It's weird because it looked like it was. It kind of looked like it. Not said it was set up, but like these dudes could have been actors too. I don't know.
Look, that guy who had
I'm
the
not
camera in
saying
his
this is what it
backpack.
is, you know, because I don't want to get in no trouble. But
I'm gonna tell you why I don't think it was acting. I don't think it was acting simply because if it was acting, they'd have been acting way more crazier. I'm from Moncks Corner, South Carolina, population less than 8,000.
Are you from there?
Okay.
Are you from there, Sean?
I used to frequent this thing called Black Bike Weekend, Memorial Weekend in Myrtle Beach all the time.
Damn.
I've been to Miami South Beach on Memorial Weekend. You want to see harassment? Harassment is when a girl is walking down the street and a random stranger goes, damn, you got a fat ass. Whap! And slaps her on it. Harassment is when a guy walks up to a girl and thinks he can just grab her pussy just because. Am I lying, Ralph? You from the south side of Chicago?
no, from the west side.
The west side.
And we don't grab pussies in the west side of Chicago.
No, this is ghetto. But it's when I watched that video, it didn't seem. I've seen worse. That's what I would say.
Me too.
I've seen way worse. Like I don't know if you ever been like around some real old black dudes. They even worse. They don't give a fuck. Like they be in a club like damn. I mean, you uncomfortable. You start fixing your jacket. Like God damn, you said that to her. You know. So I've heard way worse. That video.
This is what I'm hearing from everybody, though.
What?
It's the same thing. I've seen worse. Okay, so there's worse. Yeah, there's a fight video online that's really fucked up. But that doesn't mean that you go, hey, I know you got beat up, but over there, they're chopping people's heads off. ISIS is chopping people's heads off. So you should be real happy that you just got beat up and not got your head chopped off.
But see, I think
you can't grab a person's pussy, Charlamagne. You can't also.
No pussy grabbing on that video.
But here's the thing. Everybody's just looking. Here's the one problem I have with that video. There's a dude that follows this girl for 5 minutes. That is some creepy fucking shit.
Yeah,
he's a thirst
creepy.
bucket.
Yeah, that's creepy.
But it's not about thirst bucket. What that is yo, I'm going to walk next to you. And you can't do anything about it, and I'm going to take advantage of that shit.
That's how I know. Now, that part was just for the video, and I'm going to tell you why. You really going to let a guy walk for you for 5 minutes? You're not going to try to veer off to the left.
She was
You're not
loving
going to veer off to the right.
Bruh, she's in on the video, so she wants that.
That's whack, though, because that's not what would happen in real life. In real life,
that's not true.
I would only walk with a girl for 5 minutes if she don't say shit. If she don't say nothing.
Let me tell you
How about
something.
give a real reaction and be like, get the fuck out the way. I'll move to the left, do something, show that you're uncomfortable. You're not even showing you're uncomfortable. So, of course, he's going to keep walking with you.
But why would he keep walking with her?
Because he's a fucking thirst bucket.
No, he's a creep.
He's a creep.
Creep, whatever you want to call it. Thirst bucket, creep,
And that's funny that you brought
pervert.
that up. That most girls, I mean, for real, even if you got a daughter, you would like you would be like, hey man, what the fuck? You know, I know most girls would do that. Most females would do, even if you don't even go that long. It's some females you could damn near not even. You could be at the bar and be behind them. They have an attitude. Damn, okay. I'm like, no, I'm finna get a drink.
Just because
So
she
if
didn't
somebody
say
follow
anything,
you for because it was planned like that.
but just
it wasn't
because
real footage.
But
man.
just because she didn't say anything doesn't mean it's not wrong.
Oh no, I'm not saying it's wrong.
Absolutely
It's
wrong, but I'm
very
telling you what that
creepy.
video did. I think that video did an injustice to what's really happening with girls. The video I sent you today with the guy walking around saying, let me motorboat your titties. Let me stick this 9-inch cock in your pussy. This motherfucker said, how much would it, who ass would I have to beat to get a piece of your ass? Or some crazy shit like that. That's fucked up. They could, if they was gonna do it, do it. Not that little PG shit they showed up.
It's stuff they need to fight. I mean, even with the dudes who holler and then they call them a bitch afterwards. That's
terrible.
Where was that at in this video?
That's wrong.
Where was that at?
And that's what I'm saying. Like, it wasn't. I think it's honestly real video footage. If you go to any Freaknik thing, you probably go to YouTube.
Google Freaknik right
Yeah. Oh no, I'm familiar with
all
it.
types of insane.
The video I sent you was from Miami Memorial South Beach.
I
And
saw
what the headline was so innocent. How to pick up women. That was the headline. Meanwhile, this guy's like, let me put this 9-inch cock in your pussy.
Yeah.
Show the real shit. Don't show me that little PG video.
Here's
That's
the
whack.
thing. Here's the thing. I agree with you. I think it marginalized sexual harassment. I think a lot of people are going to watch this video and they're going to hear another girl say, I was sexually harassed
And
today.
like, shut the fuck up. He said hi to you.
And we're going to go, oh, he wished you good morning.
Exactly. Like Michael Che did on Facebook.
Oh, did he have a lovely afternoon?
That's what that video did.
All this thing. So I think it marginalized sexual harassment. That being said, the following shit was creepy. And I know my girl, I've had to talk to a guy in our neighborhood who follows my girl. I had to almost beat the shit out of a dude who follows my girlfriend around our neighborhood. Like, girls got to deal with this shit twice. It happened twice. The second time I followed him, me and Akash, we just rolled up on him, and I was like, listen, dude, I'm going to have to fucking beat the shit out of you right now if you ever do this.
Stalking and plotting on
Now,
your
listen,
girl.
this happens all the time to girls. Girls get harassed walking down the fucking street. Real harassment. Harassment that is fucking uncomfortable. So what the problem with this video is it should have just been her getting followed and not this other good morning shit. Because there's a difference between annoying and harassment.
That's all. Yeah. Listen, Carly Aquilino had a great point. That's exactly what she said. She was like, look, man, it's blurring the lines between what's harassment and what's just annoying.
Yeah, annoying and harassment. That's the problem. Annoying, and a lot of shit is annoying. We got to deal with annoying shit as dudes. You want to know what's annoying? Feeling really vulnerable, walking up to a girl, hitting on her, and having her reject you. That's annoying. But that's okay, and that's part of life.
Yes.
Part of the game.
You know, and also we can't stop us from. It's not wrong to feel attracted to a girl and hit on her. That's not harassment. If you do it in a polite manner, if you walk up to a girl and say, "Hey, listen, I find you really attractive, and I'd love to talk," whatever your way of doing it, or if you just walk up to a girl and you say some goofy shit, as long as it's not violent or stopping her from going to where she needs to go, that's fine. But
85% of those guys on that video were polite.
Agreed. That's why they
Maybe
marginalize
90.
it.
The only one that was really creepy was the guy walking with her for 5
And that shit is
minutes.
wrong.
And he's this old sensitive ass motherfucker, the generation that Drake's bred, where he's like, why you don't want to talk to me? You think I'm ugly? Man, get your punk pussy. You don't deserve no pussy. You don't even deserve no pussy, your insecure fucking ass, yo.
I like that move. I thought that move was great.
Man.
I thought that was great. You think I'm ugly? And then she goes, no. He goes, all right, we'll prove it.
Did you see the video?
Prove it. Let me see you suck this dick. Then if you don't think I'm ugly.
Made it. That's what, like you just said. It marginalized it because it was. Literally, they could have just pulled up a highlight reel of YouTube videos and be like, "Look, this has to stop."
Yes,
you know what I mean.
Go to World Star.
Because females go through this shit every day. I mean, I get it. I don't think it's right. You know, I ain't one of the extra sensitive dudes, but I respect the shit out of women.
Yeah.
I like if I'm with one of my boys and he just gets automatically mad because a female don't want to talk to him. You go, man, this bitch ain't shit, bro. Because she don't want to talk to you, fam.
So what? You ain't never tried to holler at a chick,
but I've
never
been angry. I've been maybe disappointed, like, all right, well.
Hurt, embarrassed.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna like
bitch
kiss my ass,
it.
motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what's the point of doing that?
They ain't even show us that. Show the girl saying,
fuck
no,
outta
thank
here,
you, I'm not
dude.
interested.
Yeah.
Fuck you then, you fucking Mama June face ass bitch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Something.
Yeah.
Cause that's what happens.
Yeah.
That little punk ass video I Holler Back showed us did an injustice to
I
what
agree.
women are really going through.
I agree. But we can't minimalize what they do go through. Because they do go through some fucked up shit,
I
man.
believe that.
Yeah, but the video caused that. The video
this
made it
follow,
to where.
Let me tell you something. Being followed, bro, I remember when I was in middle school, some dudes followed me and my boy. And they were like in high school. And they were just some dudes decided to follow us. And it was fucking frightening, dude. They were too big for us to fight. We're in middle school. These are fucking grown-up ass kids. And I remember thinking, like, yo, we just got 2 more blocks until his crib. We're going to go to his fucking crib. Once we're in the crib, they can't come in. They followed us into the fucking building.
Oh, they was trying to rape y'all.
I don't know what the fuck was going to happen.
They wanted some of that boy.
But it was like, I felt scared. Imagine you're a girl. You know, you can't fight back on these motherfuckers.
That's what I'm saying. It has to be a better
example, right? Yeah,
it really should.
They're on YouTube. Like you said, Google Freaknik. The video I sent you was from Memorial Weekend, South Beach.
That was fucking
Go look at Black Bike Weekend in Myrtle Beach. Does nobody remembers that video? I don't know how long ago it was. It was this girl. She was at one of those events.
Yeah.
And she had on something, short and revealing. It started with one dude grabbing her ass and another dude. Next thing you know, she's in a circle. They ripping all her
the
clothes
Puerto Rican
off.
Day Parade every year.
Was that? I think they might have been the Puerto Rican Day Parade.
Are you kidding?
But y'all
Yes, it was.
motherfuckers is talking about this little punk ass video I Holler Back put out. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Let's discuss the idea of hitting on a woman and how that's offensive, because I think a lot of times guys get blamed for saying things like, hey, smile, or hey, let me holler at you, or those kind of things. Now here's the reality. If that never worked on a girl, we wouldn't say it. But it did work on a girl. So are we to blame for saying that to you, or is the girl that's fucking dudes after he says, let me holler at you for a second, or is she the one to blame? Don't be upset at us because the game works.
I think that girls.
You see what I'm saying?
Everybody different too. I mean, like with me, I wouldn't dare say the same thing to each woman. And that's on you. That I think as an adult now, I'm grown. I mean, if it was me, if you was asking 16-year-old me, I wouldn't know what the fuck to do. You know what I mean? I'll just shoot my shot the best way I can.
Exactly.
Can we study together? Whatever the fuck I had to say.
That's good.
You like Transformers?
That's actually a great shot, because I tell guys all the time, say something that a girl has never heard before.
Yeah.
No, if a girl got a fat ass, don't say she got a fat ass. Tell her she got nice earlobes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Make her laugh first.
Tell her eyebrows on fleek. You know what I'm saying? Like tell her something that she's never heard before. Compliment her on her manicure.
But I feel like these girls put too much weight into what we're saying. Like, apparently it's wrong to tell a girl to smile, but there's no intent. Like, they say, I'm not supposed to be happy. I'm not an object that's supposed to walk around a certain way that a man wants me to walk around. You got to realize, ladies that are listening to this, most of the times when we're talking to you, we're just going, don't fuck this up. That's what's going through our head is, what should I say to this woman who I think is really pretty and I don't want to fuck this, smile?
Right.
It's not, you know what? How dare this bitch walk around my neighborhood with a fucking stank face on? She needs to smile.
Let me tell you something though, man.
There's no intent behind.
The girls that are upset because a man says, hey, why don't you smile? You so pretty, you look better with a smile. If you get mad at that, something's wrong with you. You're an angry, bitter, evil woman that if somebody tells you, hey, smile, you get mad?
You want to know what it is? You're not proud of your teeth. You need to get Invisalign and shut the fuck
You
up.
trying to say about my teeth? Like, nah, I wasn't talking about your teeth. I didn't know your teeth was fucked up.
You trying to be funny? You trying to be funny? Fuck you mean?
What if she did smile and was all fucked up like, whoa, someone stop telling her to smile.
Okay, well, you just do all lips. Don't show no teeth.
And then what do you...
And then smile like a dolphin.
As men, how do we tell the young boys how to holler at girls now? Because from what that video shows us, just telling a girl, hello, good morning, hi, beautiful, can I talk to you for a second, is harassment?
And see, the funny thing is, that's old school to even just say that. Because the new dudes, they don't give a...
What that mouth do, though?
Oh,
Exactly.
they're more, you're saying?
I'm saying it's worse now. These young guys are worse. My friend, she just tweeted this like 3 days ago. She's in her 30s. And she was like, this little 16-year-old dude that's trying to be at her. She's like, hey, little mama, you good? She's like, little boy, I'm grown. Bitch, you ain't grown. You know what I mean? Like, he went right in, like, damn, he went right in right after that. And she was tweeting like, man, if I didn't think this thing would hurt me, I would. But that's how different. So for the regular old stuff, that hey, smile, how you doing? Yeah, you having a great day? Hey, for that to be, I don't know what you tell it. Like that's the good shit.
You can.
This is us on our best behavior, ladies.
Girls get offended. I know some girls that'll get offended if you offer to buy them lunch. Fuck you mean buy? I can buy my own lunch, motherfucker. Alright, damn.
This is a problem. People not used to speaking to each other no more.
That is it.
That's because of social media. You
Yes.
have a better chance of hollering at somebody over Facebook than you do right in person.
That is true. I mean, social media is breeding an era of socially awkward people who don't know how to have a conversation.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? Who don't know how to just engage with somebody, look them in the eyes. That's why a lot of those guys, going back to that internet shit, a lot of those guys aren't quick. You get in the room with them and you talking, they, they trying to formulate shit in their head. It's easy to formulate some witty shit when it's 140 characters. That's why I get so mad when motherfuckers be like, yeah, Charlamagne stole that joke from Twitter. Motherfucker, I've been doing this shit 16 years, you punk bitch. I go on that radio every morning for 4 fucking hours and have a conversation, okay? Have an interview with anybody in America, any of these artists. Let me see if you can come up with that witty shit you be saying to them on motherfucking Twitter in the moment. Fuck out of here, man. I hate that shit.
You get real sensitive. What joke did they say you stole?
I don't remember. They always say that because everybody feels like they can do what you do. Everybody.
Yeah.
They'll see Rel on stage. They'll see you on stage. They'll hear me on the radio. They hear us on this podcast and feel, I can do that.
Yo, that's a heckler. That's a heckler one-on-one. Hecklers, most are people that think they can do what the fuck you do.
Yeah.
That's why it's always interesting if you have a chance you can handle the mic. No, come up here, do 5 minutes. Go ahead.
You know how much 5
we
minutes
did
is on
that
stage?
once. No jokes. You know the Village Lantern in Manhattan? This is shitty ass room, but for comedy. And we did that once. This guy was heckling, so we said, "Hey man, you think you can do this?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I go, "Okay, we're gonna give you 5 minutes, but you got to do all 5 minutes." You can get on stage, but it's got to be all 5 because anybody can bomb and then bail after 3 minutes.
Yeah.
But bro, it was fun. We were calling out the minute. We go 3 minutes left. He bombed some more. 2 minutes left, and it was so beautiful. It was like 6 comics in the back. Just we're on the street, fucking begging people to come in and shit. This is early in our comedy career. It was for that one moment we get to see this heckler just die a fucking.
They don't
brutal
understand
death.
it's a rhythm.
Yeah,
it's a rhythm. It's a beat. You can't just get on the mic and blah, 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 blah.
It's hard to be funny when you're telling people you're going to be funny.
Yeah.
It's easy to be funny when there's no expectation.
Oh my god.
You're
oh my god.
expected to be funny.
Exactly.
Totally
that shit is so different. Everybody cracked a joke at work.
That's why you comedians have it the worst.
Yeah.
Because y'all have to get on stage with an expectation to be funny.
It's such a fun rush though.
Oh, it's the best.
When you think about one day I was thinking about that, like I have to make, no matter what my day is or what the fuck happened to me, if I'm paid to do this, I have to make these people laugh. I have to make them laugh. I can't go out there and tickle them and shit. My words is I have to make these people laugh. So yeah, that's why I honor anybody who can really do this shit.
Though.
But that's what make it dope.
It's no gray area. Like it's no. He is alright.
No, it's you're either good or bad.
Either
man.
he made me laugh or he didn't make me laugh.
Yeah.
And if I didn't laugh, he's not funny.
Dude, think about the rush that comes with it. Think about how many comedians are also drug addicts, alcoholics, cokeheads. Like, think about that's what comedy is. Comedy gives the same high as these crazy drugs. When you think about it like that, you know what I mean? That's what the rush you get from this shit. That's why we're drawn to it. We're fucking addicts.
Yeah.
I feel like that about communication, period, though. Like, whether it's getting on the radio talking and seeing how people
But you felt that when we
react
did the
and
live
interact.
show. Be honest, bro. You felt the rush of that shit.
But it was the communication. That's the
It's
communication.
like radio on crack. It's different when you're making 3 people laugh in a room. When you're making a whole room full of people laugh.
I'm going to be honest with you. I think it's
You thought
about
you
the
were
same.
funny enough to host the fucking Foxwood show after that live.
No, I was just getting a
comedy.
check. I've been doing them comedy shows forever. I've been
That tight 45 seconds.
You goddamn right. If you want to put Charlamagne's name on a comedy show to host, knowing I don't tell jokes, and all you want me to do is come out there and be like, "How y'all doing, ladies and gentlemen? Everybody out here good? What's happening? Y'all ready to see some funny motherfuckers?"
Do your little bit. Do your little bit. You were saying when you went up there. You had a little bit about ladies. If you came out here with your man, he's trying to fuck.
Oh yeah, that's quick. That's easy. That's just
No, but it's so funny. Like, look, ladies, if you came out with your man, he's trying to fuck. That shit got no laughs. He's like, "All right, you ready for a comedy show tonight?"
It ain't like
All right,
bullshit.
man. Give it up for Andrew Schultz.
let's be
Gonna
clear.
clean this shit up
Let's be
after
clear.
I bomb my ass
That
off.
shit always gets a reaction. You know why? Because it's like
This is the reaction.
bullshit. First of all, and you know what I do after that? I be like, "That's why you ain't getting no pussy." And it'll always be one motherfucker always that'll be like, "Shit, yeah." I said, "He gonna fuck tonight," because he's being honest. Then all the other dudes want to be like, "Yeah." And then I'll come out there next time and I'll be like, "Let me sit my ass down so nobody be out here talking about Charlamagne trying to do stand-up." That's it. Y'all ready for Andrew Schultz? Make some noise. And I'm gonna get that checks in the mail.
We were doing a timer in the back. We're like, "Yo, how long before he brings me up?" They were like 5 minutes. I was like, "Man, I'm going up in a minute and 30 seconds."
Not even that. I told y'all if I went out there, I'm gonna go get this crowd this hot 45 seconds real quick. I'm gonna go get this crowd this. I'm gonna go this crowd this hot 30.
Quick Vine set.
That's it.
You did the Vine comedy.
I'm gonna give you this quick 30, baby. I'm giving you this quick 30 in and out. But you know, like, it's been plenty of people who tried to get me to do comedy, tried to get me to write.
I respect
Tried
that
to
you
write
saying that you don't, like, instead of trying to be somebody, you know what I mean? You ever see somebody force, you seeing people
It'll
force
never
that
work.
shit. Yeah.
That goes back to what I was talking about shock jocks. It'll never work.
You could do it though.
No.
You could do comedy.
No, but you know why I couldn't do it? Because my heart ain't in it. It ain't my passion.
Sure.
I don't even want, like, I can't even, like you know, at TV, they'll write stuff for you, whatever. If I don't feel it, or you explain it to me in a way that I can understand and make it mine, I'm not going to say it.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to come out right.
Yeah.
That's real, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? It's not going to come out right.
How long did it take you before you started doing well on stage?
Probably like 4 years, maybe.
How long you been doing it?
I've been doing it like 11 now. 11, almost be my 12th year. Yep.
What made you want to get into comedy?
A lot of reasons, man. Number one, I was a fan of I really was a true fan of SNL at the time when Chris Farley and all those guys were there, and In Living Color. And then I love stand-up. There used to be a show that used to come on after Saturday Night Live that Louis Anderson used to host, a stand-up show. It's fucking amazing. When you think about
name of the show again?
It's fucking oh God, I talk about it all the time. Now I can't remember. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Awesome show. This is when you saw people in their early stages of Louis early, you know what I mean? Tony Woods early. And I remember just being dying. I'm like fucking 11, 12 years old, fucking in tears.
Yeah.
But then I ended up doing a play in high school. And then the teacher let me write my stuff on there too. And just that rush of that audience. And this is a good ghetto ass crowd. I went to Crane High School, so them niggas were heckle encouraging speaker. You know what I mean? Like, hey, you gonna be somebody. Get your ass out of here. I don't want to be shit. So it was a no-win. You know what I mean? So
motivational speaker.
like, you gonna be somebody. No, fuck, I ain't. You ain't shit, fam. I don't want to be shit. I'm like, damn, all right. So I did the play for them, but the rush, the laughter, the roar of a crowd, and it would be your peers, and they tough. After that, I was addicted. It was like, oh, I gotta have this all the time. And I knew stand-up I knew it was always an end. I'm a huge Eddie Murphy fan.
Yeah.
Huge Richard Pryor fan. I read Pryor book and Richard Pryor Convictions, Other Life Sentences in high school. And I don't know. I just love comedy, man. I love all. And it's funny, over the years, it's changed who I like more. I'm an Ella DeGeneres fan.
Ella's
I think
so
she's
funny.
Ella's amazing.
She's
So
a genius,
funny.
man.
Now, I've seen you only a couple times, but
Right.
but stylistically, you'll tell stories. You have a lot of characters that you'll
Right.
infuse into stories and stuff like that. So when you're transferring that to TV, does that help since you're already writing characters?
I think so. A sketch show was always big. For a long time, nobody really knew what the fuck to do with me because I wasn't a quick.
Yeah,
guy.
you build the scenario,
I build a scenario in the world and act it
hit.
out and all that.
Yeah.
So it's like, man, I remember I did Last Comic Standing in the year I got eliminated at the semifinals. They was telling me what I did was like a sketch. It was like, oh, this is more sketches, this ain't blah, blah, blah. And I'm just thinking y'all trying to put one, would you have said it to Eddie Murphy? When I look at his Tonight Show set, it's him setting up this story and then acting it. I guess it became this time where just the fastest shit you can deliver became the thing, and I was
not giving you time to cook.
But now, and the crazy thing was, I always done well. Last Comic was the only time I ever got judged like that. But other than that, I've always ripped whatever I tape. I've never had a bad TV set. I think TV the easiest thing you could do is stand up. If you bum on, I don't know, man. They set the audiences up to laugh. To eat it on a TV taping.
But what you're saying about having your skill and transferring that, I always felt, Chappelle would write sketches. His jokes were like sketches. Yep. And then he got this show where he was able to do sketches, and it becomes the biggest fucking show in the history of television for Comedy Central, right? So it's I think there is something to, I'm not saying that's what you do, but finding your talent and then finding
it's
the
old
outlet.
school, bro. That's like when you used to get deals off your set.
Yeah.
So I talk about my family a lot. It was a time if I was doing this set in the 80s, we know what his show is.
That's it.
Get a
Done.
sitcom.
Yeah, it was right away. But then it was a time where that just halted. It was kind of weird. You know what I mean? So now it's coming back to that, I believe. And even with our show, that's why I love Jermaine Fowler so much, man. That dude is
Autobiographical,
such a great storyteller.
I gotta go
Yeah.
see Jermaine. Everybody keeps telling me Jermaine has this amazing story. And I
Jermaine,
haven't-
he's so funny, man.
It's his life story is insane, dude. You don't even believe he's such a jovial, happy dude that when he first starts telling you these stories, you don't even believe it, right? It's like how could this guy be so cheerful?
It's very Jermaine, which is why I look at our show as being unique, man. Like Keenan was on to something. I remember when I first met Jermaine, he annoyed the shit out of me. Like we first got to Living Color. I'm like, for this little dude, just so. Fam, could you chill? You know what I'm saying? But then that's just because he was always so excited. And with me, I've been in this circuit so long, you almost forget how it felt to be happy about doing some shit.
You done been burnt so many times.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
I can't wait till this little motherfucker get burnt so he can stop being so happy all the goddamn time.
But you know something? He ended up his energy ended up seeping into me. I just became like, well, I guess I've been around these bitter
ass comedians, word
people, and I'm like, oh shit, this is how happy comics are.
Yeah.
Well, I need to be. This is all right. Bye, everybody. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what I like about all of them. All like even just Hannibal and like I like the whole group. Like it just some people just happy with what they doing.
Yeah.
You're not mad at nobody. I like applauding everybody. Shit.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever's for you is for
you.
you.
You ever the bitter comedian?
Nah, nope. Never was bitter. Which is probably why I'm where I'm at. A lot of the bitter people are still sitting in Chicago.
Mad as a motherfucker. Because they so busy pointing at everybody else saying, look at this motherfucker. That should be me. Or what that motherfucker. He don't deserve that. Yada, yada, yada. Motherfucker, get your punk ass up and go try to make your own lane.
I always believe I think everybody, if you stick it out long enough, going to get their shot. It's on you what you do with that shit.
I agree. I believe that everybody who, I don't want to say go that far, but I believe that everybody who isn't successful is because they quit.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get something. If you aim for the motherfucking
shoot for the stars, you get to the moon, you got to the moon.
You're going to hit
baby.
something up there.
Yeah.
You know? Okay.
That being said,
yes.
So you into fantasy football?
At the moment I am, because my Dallas Cowboys have lost 2 games in a row.
Oh, so now you live in the fantasy life.
Fantasy's a little bit better than my reality right
Okay.
now. But we're
Now,
still 6-3.
Question is, are you into free cash?
I'm always into free money.
Okay. Then you got to go to FanDuel.com. Hands down the coolest one-week fantasy football site ever.
Yes.
Here's why. You pick a new lineup and play fresh each and every week, and you win real cash. Real cash.
Okay, 1 week fantasy football means you're not wiped out early in the season because your players got hurt. Just pick a fresh team and go again each week.
Romo.
Win and get immediate cash payouts, okay? You think you're all that? Prove it and win cash.
Joe Watson from New York played for less than 2 weeks last season and won over $30,000.
Damn.
That's right. Joe's banking.
Okay, here's where the free cash
He spent that all on me undies, by the way.
All right, here's where the free cash comes in. First time user, go to FanDuel.com, click on the mic and enter promo code BRILLIANT, and they'll match your initial deposit dollar for dollar up to $200.
So that's $200 free you're going to get. There's a lot of free shit going on.
Right.
And get this, you can play for as little as $1 with no upfront fees and no long-term commitment. That's a lot of fantasy football, my friends.
That's right. So enter BRILLIANT at FanDuel.com. That's FanDuel, FanDuel.com. Promo code BRILLIANT. $200 offers expire soon, so go there now. FanDuel.com. That's FanDuel.com.
Right.
Back to the show now, Rel. How did you not get shot in Chicago all of these years?
How did it take this
I
long
mean,
to
I ain't
ask
never
that
been
question?
shot at just to get hit. No, I mean, I don't know. I look at everything that's happening now. It looks like it's no different. I just was kind of smart. I'm one of the people I knew what was going on. I think any smart person can see when shit is gonna happen. Now, a lot of those situations where you saw like young people getting killed in the house that could have been minding their business.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's nothing you can do about that. But Chicago, I feel like once we move on from who's running things politically, then we'll be better.
They've been killing people in the hundreds for years.
Yeah, but
since
now,
the mob
but
days.
It's worse now because we have I guess I said I don't know what the fuck he gonna do. It's a mayor who really just kind of, I don't know, really. He's showing that he's caring and all that stuff, but he has nothing invested into it personally. Mayor Daley, as much as it was time everybody hated Mayor Daley, the Daleys who ran this shit for a long time in Chicago. With him being from there, he still had a heart for some things, so it didn't get as out of hand as it. It's just right now. It's just I don't, and it's not even just in Chicago no more. I think they just using our city still as a scapegoat. This shit is happening everywhere. Like
It's not happening everywhere.
Shit.
It's happening very bad in Chicago,
Shit.
Camden, New Jersey, Newark, Patterson, Flint, Michigan.
That's a lot of places, man.
That is, but Chicago, man.
It's only happened in Chicago. And 15 other cities I could
they
think
call
of. Off the top
Chicago
of my head.
Chirac.
That's what that's a dumbass. Now I'd never call it that.
So you think that it's not an isolated incident? You think this has happened all over the country, but Chicago is?
I think it's just happening in the ghettos, man. It's because they taking a lot of shit. They don't have, man. Like it goes back to you raising yourself. If you always in survival mode, you don't even know how to. Like when you talk to some of these young people, you're like, hey man, you can honestly do some other shit. They're like, they don't.
See,
they can't see that.
This is my thing with that. You know what I'm saying? When you talk about survival mode to me means not only getting by that day, but also thinking into the future, putting yourself in a position where you will always survive.
Somebody needs to.
We're in survival mode.
You ain't gonna know that unless somebody putting that in you to know that. You just don't know. If you grow up and your daddy, like for instance, there's people literally growing up in situations where the parents they're your example who really ain't shit neither.
Absolutely.
So if that's all you know is like, hey man, my daddy was a gangster disciple and that's what they did to get it on. This is just what it is. This is all I know. If your mama is a real baby, because this is a generation. This is the ultimate baby mama generation.
Oh, absolutely.
This is the worst of. This is when they was trapping niggas. These are they kids.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? That they have very bad intentions on why they was having these kids. So once they didn't get what they were supposed to get from the situation, now it's all crazy.
That's just like Tiger. I'm looking at Tiger on Twitter. You know, you wifed up a stripper, okay? A chick that probably was out there, right? So Drake likes her pictures. She likes his pictures back. So he gets on Twitter and tweets, that ain't my hoe. No shit, that's your fucking baby mama, you dumb fuck. You stuck with her. You can't be like, that ain't my hoe. But the fact that he has that mentality to the mother of his child shows how fucked up shit is. Because that's not going to change.
No.
It's only going to get worse. So then what do you instill in your son?
Yeah,
You don't even. I don't even. Your mama ain't shit. Your mama. I found your mama in the strip club. You gonna tell him that? Like,
Yeah.
that shit can really warp your perception of women.
You erase what you did too. You know, he forget that he cuffed her
Yeah.
and had a baby by her. So what that make you?
You took the condom
But
off
doesn't
and
that
shot her
fuck
club
with you?
up.
Like you're a rapper, and then she's gonna go flirt with the most famous rapper.
If that's not your girl, I mean, look,
But that's where the ego.
no, it all this shit. I don't give a fuck if it's a stripper, whatever. It hurts when you see.
Don't
shit
it
like
hurt
that.
more? Like,
Oh,
what if your girl? I don't know your situation. You're married
Right.
or whatever. But what if your girl left you for
Your girl did just
Rock?
leave you, right, Rob?
Yeah, she left me.
Oh shit! All right. So what if the next person she's with is Chris Rock? What if she's liking Chris Rock's pictures and Rock's liking her pictures, writing really funny jokes about her? You know, and it's, you know what I mean?
No, let me say that.
Funnier
I'ma
shit
say
than you
this,
could
though.
write. You know what I mean?
That's better than some regular niggas.
Fuck that.
Yeah, no, I'm with him on that.
I'm dead
bro.
serious.
I'm with him
if
on
you
that.
Go if you go
I'm with him
upgrade,
on that.
Ain't
nothing.
a regular dude than Rosenberg.
What?
No, sorry, you'd be more hurt than by a regular dude than Rosenberg for your wife.
Oh, nah, I'd be pissed off.
You'd be furious
Yeah,
about
I gotta
that
go.
shit.
Now I gotta go fuck your girl.
Exactly.
But I understand what Rel's saying though.
I
It's
mean,
like,
I think it's all gonna mess with you. But to be honest with you, if it's an upgrade, if you're gonna leave me, at least let this dude really be the shit. Don't let it be some regular.
But not in your field. The shit, but not in your field. That's where I feel like it destroys.
It's tough, but we don't know if that's what they fuck with. That might be that's what she's
just comedian.
Man,
She
that
just
shit
got
is bad,
keen
dog.
eyes.
Yeah,
for
it
comedian.
hurts, but I'm just saying it'll hurt more if it's. Well, it would hurt more if it's somebody in my field. In a way, like rappers, they shit so tricky though, because that's a flaky ass. They don't be having real relationships. Our shit is such a frat, man.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like these dudes, like, we travel together. We do all that's a different month. If it's somebody out
You
here,
know what's funny? The
You gotta
funniest
see
thing,
his poster at the comedy clubs you're playing at.
you gotta hear the jokes about how
Your girl.
your ex-girlfriend is now sucking his dick.
You have a girl let you put in her ass all the
Yeah,
time.
all the time. Like, damn, I didn't know girls swallow.
All the time, though. Shit. Man, my girl does this crazy.
it's but it's a gray area. Because I mean, look, if it's Chris Rock, I promise you, I'm like, well, shibbity doubles.
How big his dick is?
Is Nick Cannon? Who else? I don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
Nah, I ain't
It's an
letting
upgrade.
Nick Cannon can't take my
It's
bitch.
an upgrade. I mean, it's an upgrade until I get my shit together.
Now, why'd you get a divorce? Because I'm married now. The stuff like that scares me when I hear that type of talk. First of all, how long was you married?
5 years,
How long did you know the girl?
a year and a half.
Oh, yeah, you deserve to get divorced. And that ain't me.
Yeah,
I
man.
thought you wasn't in it too deep.
But I know my timing though, bro. Like I'd never before her, I'd break up with girls maybe 5-6 months in. I didn't like wasting my time. I can tell if this was gonna be some shit I can deal with or not. So even with divorce, marriage is a tough thing. We in our generation, like nobody stick this shit out no more, man. Like for real. Like we think all this shit is a cakewalk. Once the rings go on, to be honest with you, that's when it gets fucking harder.
I'm feeling the opposite. Like, I've been with my girl for 17 years.
Oh, well,
and
shit,
we just got married this year.
That's totally different though, bro.
And I feel like marriage makes it better. Like, I don't know what it is.
Brother, I would do it again in a heartbeat. I love being married. I think marriage matured me. But at the same time, it's a lot of shit that happened, I guess, in our life.
That's how I
Why
feel.
was it hard? Because I've heard that before. Once you get married, it gets harder. What happens once
life,
you get
man.
married?
You don't know shit that's gonna happen. Like with me, I think this happened my first 6 months in marriage. We had my daughter, and then my mama passed, and then I was starting to get better. It just was a lot of weird shit that happened, and mature wise, I wasn't emotional because I still had to be funny. That comes to that comedian shit. So it's some weird ass, crazy ass man I gotta have just to fucking be funny. I didn't mourn my mother's death. I don't think like I should have because I still had to fucking perform.
Yeah.
Because that's how I made my money. You know, and then I still had to deal with being a new husband. So it's a lot of shit in those first few years that was tough. And then with me personally, I wanted to, like a switch went off. I'm like, all right, I know what's wrong. I need to really delve into my feelings and get into it. And once by that time I was ready to really be perfect, and I thought I was trying to be that. She was already, and this is me traveling, man. It's just, I don't know. It's
What
hard
was
to
her
describe.
reason for leaving? What did she tell you?
Wait, she left you?
Yeah. She basically didn't love me like that no more. And ain't shit I could do about that. I mean, literally, when the problems, I could tell it was problems happened, I got cast on The Living Color. So I was gone for 3 months.
She was cheating on you?
No, I wasn't cheating on her then.
No, I said she was cheating on you.
Look, on my special, I'm going to talk about it because I still care about, she's still the mother of my kids, you know what I mean? So, but it's, you know, it is what it is. Both of us did things I think we both regret, but at the end of the day, I think we could have fought through it, but that's on her, man. It's just about sticking that shit out. I don't think, you know, and that's the thing when it's a lot of other shit being pitched nowadays to females, like, well, girl, fuck sticking it out, just do it on your own, you know what I mean? Because that's where it's at, and I don't think that's how it's supposed to. I think we supposed to build together and do. I don't think it's all about you being Mary Jane and I'm being this cool single. Like it shouldn't
ain't
be
about you
that.
being Beyonce and me being Jay-Z.
The expectation of relationships is happiness, which is unfair. Because then when you're in a relationship and you're unhappy at times, you start going, wait a minute, this must be failing because I'm not happy and you're supposed to be happy. Who the fuck is happy all the time?
But are you ever, you're not unhappy with your mate or your situation. You just may be unhappy with something that they did at the time.
Sure.
You might want to walk away from them for a second, but it's not like man, I can't stand this bitch. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like when you start talking like that, like you don't need to be with that person.
blame my girl all the time for anything going wrong with my life. It's fucked up. And I know that I'm doing it and it's wrong.
Do you give her the credit when it's good stuff?
Oh, all the time.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is the fucked up thing I do is some shit will be happening. I'll have a bad set, right? And then for some reason I'll go, man, well, if I wasn't up late last night fucking talking to her ass, I could have been working on my jokes and then the set would have gone better. She's the reason she's bringing me down. And I have to talk myself out of that. And I have to be like, no, it's okay. It's like, you know, you get stuff from talking to her and it helps you. You probably have a lot of material and you've probably grown a lot from having this. But there's this little part of me that I know maybe is self-sabotaging that will find blame.
One thing
I think that
learned-
happens too. I think self-sabotage, especially with us, like we some unique people. I think you got to be a unique woman to deal with entertainers, number one. And all this shit that comes with this shit. You know, and
especially all that other pussy that's out there.
No, I mean, you know, Robert Powell, comedian, right? He did the Shaq thing. He got a joke about, he just talked about like how, you know, women got all on Tiger Woods about shit, but you don't know how many times he said no. That means his percentage is probably low as fuck, but since, you know, you don't really know how many times.
That's real.
He said fuck you.
Chris Rock got the illest shit when he said a man is only as faithful as his options. What if I'm not exercising all of these options? What if I just exercise this? Man, I could not pass up. This bitch was bad, baby. I had to put my dick in this one. But I can't tell her, look, man, you know, I turned down 10 girls last month. That's how much I care about you. I fucked one bitch.
Yeah, no, that's.
I mean, that's why it's always different between when men cheat and women cheat. You know, and the people talk about, I hear comments talk about all the time, but I agree with it. I think now it's just we don't do it with emotion. Like
men cheat for ego, women cheat for emo. That's it.
Yeah.
I think it's fucked up. I think it's more fucked up when they cheat because they got more practice not doing it.
Hell yeah. They I don't think they.
Every
we talking
day.
about catcalling earlier,
You know what
right?
I'm saying?
Yeah.
They've been going through this shit all that. You should not be impressed by no nigga running.
That's what I'm saying. Is you've heard
At
everything.
this point, you done heard all this shit.
Yeah, so you're cheating to spite me.
True. That's why I always tell girls, I mean, back in the day when I was in these streets, I'm like, yo, I don't got no game. Is this some women understand my story?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I would tell them a nice story and they would fall for it. I think marriage.
I love marriage is a.
It's amazing, dog. I'm not gonna lie to
done
you.
right, man. It's
amazing.
It's relaxing. It's so much shit you don't have to fucking worry about.
Like what?
First of all, go ahead, Rob. Go ahead.
If you like, especially if your girl really do like, if it's nothing like a woman who makes you, especially if you're a working man, you travel, you do that makes home comfortable. When you walk in the house, you ain't even gotta. You just feel it like. Oh, it feel like the house massages you. Nobody give you that touch. It just feels
Feel like mama, man.
I feel. Oh, you feel home. You see your little people. Everything is like this is why I do it.
feel like mama. Feel like mama. You know how many girls don't know how to be mama?
Wait, you're saying like what? The house is clean?
Not just that. It's not even about clean. It's just a vibe, man.
Yeah.
It's just an energy your girl gives you. It's nothing like somebody. This don't sound corny, but you can share your real dreams with.
Yeah,
that you
yeah,
can't
yeah.
share with nobody else. That
I agree
won't
with you.
think you crazy. Like, no, this is something insane. I think I should be doing next.
My girl never thought I was crazy. When I first met her and I was running around selling dope and I was telling her all of these big things I wanted to accomplish, things I wanted to do, she never thought I was crazy. The first time I ever filled out an application for a radio station, she drove me to the radio station and sat there with me on the couch while we filled out the application.
Really?
Like, that's how long we've been together. We've been together since 1998. I started off as an intern in 98. But marriage to me, like, I told you this, when I lit the candles at the wedding, me, her, and my daughter, it was like, I felt something go the fuck away.
Yeah.
And when the pastor read the vows, I didn't realize the vows were going to touch me in that way. Like, oh shit, I can't say these shit in front of God and go do some bullshit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no. So that's when you start praying for other things. You start praying for, you know what? Just help me to be a good father. Help me to be a good husband. That's all I want. And I swear, man, like, the sex now is so fucking. I mean, it's been good, but I'm talking about it's like next level. Like,
Let me ask you: is it Olympic good?
yes, you can get a gold medal. The other day, let me tell you something. We went out. We had date night the other night. You know, you got to call the babysitter and all that shit like that. So we went out, got drunk like we was in our fucking early 20s. Ate weed candy and all that shit. I passed out in the pussy.
Really?
We was fucking so hard and so passionate that when I passed out, I literally was just on top of her. Cause I'm trying to have another kid, so like I like to nut and then lay there for a while just to make sure that shit stays in that motherfucker. So I nutted in her, and when I woke up, I heard the door like trying to open. I'm like, oh, you know, you realize where you at? It's my daughter trying to come in the room. Like it's 7 when I'm looking down, like, oh shit, I've been here the whole time. Like I passed out on top of her in the fucking pussy, yo.
That's a beautiful thing.
That's a beautiful thing. That's marriage. Like, I don't know what these motherfuckers talking about. You don't fuck and all that shit. Hey man, I feel like marriage and put whatever me and her had, it increased it times 30.
How long have you been married?
A month and some change now.
See, there's people listening right now. Like, if you don't shut your month and change ass up.
But see,
they got 17 years.
Fucking month.
He been with her for 17. It's just a maturity thing. Like I think for me, it took me a while to grow the fuck up.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I hate this. It's not me shitting on myself. Even with her, I think even now she wants to. She been under Lil Rel this whole time, and I didn't do a good job of helping her find herself within. You know, I didn't know when to take a break from me. You understand what I'm saying? And I did a terrible job at that. I mean, at the end of the day, she was a great, great woman, and I wish things could have worked out. But you can't. Women, their emotions and their feelings once they done, they can be really done with your ass.
Yeah.
And I don't think I was ever that dude. Like, she probably already had that dude that she gave all them fucking, I'm done with you feeling. Like, I don't think I was that guy.
Yeah.
I was the guy probably that was supposed to have been the good one.
Yeah.
Nigga, you supposed to have been different.
Now she about to be a lesbian because of your ass.
Oh, no.
Now your kids on
That's a compliment. I take that shit.
Oh, man.
I would love that if my girl turns into a lesbian.
You ruined her so bad that she don't want dick no more?
Know that I was so good, no other dick works.
Oh, she had to move on to something else. I can see that.
She can't bear it. It's like you had a steak so good, you're like, I can't have burgers no more.
See, I'm 34. How old are you, Rel?
34.
You think that you could find somebody at this point in your life that you could open up to and actually be in a relationship with and marry? Like, I can't.
Why not? My dad had me.
No,
My dad
hell
was
yeah, Charlamagne. I believe so.
40.
I think now because of my mindset, I'm going into it totally different. Even when I, date now and talk, I don't. It's not even patience. I could tell when it's like, nah, you ain't together. I couldn't read this 7-8 years ago. Now I'm like, I get it. Because now I'm thinking about more than just me now. Whoever this next woman gonna have to be able to be around my children. At some point. Not early. I ain't that dude. You ain't gonna meet my damn kids. You can like a pic on Instagram, but you'll never see him in person. But until I know this is some real shit. You know what I'm saying? So I think Steve Harvey's kind of motivation, to be honest with you, because he looks really happy. He was married to his first wife for a long time, but he just looks happier. His money looked better.
And once he blew up, he upgraded.
See,
I believe in that.
Well, I don't know if it's just that. I don't know. I don't think his story is just about upgrading, though.
Okay. So what is it about, Ro?
I don't think his story is just about upgrading. I think it's more or less about just finding somebody he really has chemistry with. Like, he got closer to God and everything once he met Shorty. You know, with his, I don't know his situation with his ex, but you could tell he wasn't happy. Yeah. And then you could see he started writing books. He started getting way more work outside of just comedy. Felt like he got his stuff together once he met the lady he's with now. And that's what I'm saying. That's kind of motivating. I'm like, I think I'm going to be I mean, I'm gonna always keep the door open to whatever if she ever changed her mind. It's a very slight door.
Maybe Steve Harvey got into the church because he knew he did his ex-wife dirty, so he was praying for repentance. And maybe his new wife all about that money, so he had to motherfucking get on his grind.
He looked happy though.
To really keep it going.
I mean, he just look happy. Everybody looks happy. Everybody. I mean, not like you look at Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle. D Wade looks happy.
Hey, listen, I'm all for it. I'm with it.
New makes you happy, though. I think that's part of it. It's like you get a new car, you're happy in the car, but eventually that car is going to have the same problems the last car had. So
that's if your intentions ain't messed. Like, with my intentions, it ain't about, okay, I want to find somebody new. Like, that's going to make me happy. I just want to be happy.
But marriage is new. Like me, I've been with the mother of my child for 17 years.
Yeah.
Marriage is new. Now she's got my last name, and I introduce her as my wife. It feels different.
That's
it ain't
a
like,
whole great new
this
life,
my girl,
bro.
this my wife, and my boy. It's like, nah, it's my wife. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know, we got this, our names on the mail together and this and that. Like, she's on my health insurance now. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Y'all about to have a great
her own
next
health
17
insurance
years.
for 17 years.
Yes, she make her own good living.
That's what I'm saying. I think y'all gonna, just hearing y'all, I think it's gonna be great.
I'm not going nowhere. I'm one and done. Like, I'm out.
We'll see.
I'm not going,
You're
I'm
a month and a half in.
I don't give a fuck. I've been with her. First of all, she's the most loyal person I've ever had in my life. Period.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we've been through ups and downs. She's cheated on me. I've cheated on her. We did what the fuck we had to do. We didn't let it be a deal breaker. We've broken up, gotten back together. We got a child together. I love my situation. I love going
That's
home.
life
like
too. It ain't
home.
gonna be easy. People don't the upgrade and even just being blessed, Joe, is getting through the hard part. I look at my career. I never quit this, no matter how hard it was. I thank you. I didn't.
Oh, dude, this guy said something great to me. He's like, he said this. I feel like we have this expectation for relationships that we're not supposed to work on it. It's just supposed to work regularly. And then he goes, when you got a business, what do you do with your business? You just let that shit do whatever it does. You work every day. Yeah. And if that's the same mentality you have with a relationship, which I can't say I've had, you know, I've definitely rested on my laurels with my relationship, but it really, you know, put a light bulb off in my head. I'm like, yo, maybe I need to book a little vacation somewhere. Maybe I need to fucking go to the
what
movies.
you do,
You
like
piece
what
of
you
shit.
do for your career. Comedy is so heartbreaking. It does everything. It hurts. You got people. It's so much that happens. That's like, oh, if I can get through that, why I can't make a relationship?
Yeah, but guess what? We live the greatest lives because we travel. You know what Kevin Lyles told me, man? OG Kevin Lyles, OG said, this is before I was married. He goes, Charlotte, man, I'm tell you something, man. I can't tell you to get married, but I can tell you to find somebody that you can share your life experiences with. We're out all the time. Why wouldn't you take her with you to Charlotte this weekend if she don't got nothing to do? Or take her with you to wherever you're at.
I try to. Actually, I really try to take her. I got to force her, actually.
Go experience that shit. You was in Europe for 10 days. Come on, man. No. And the promoter's paying for, hey, man, I need that ticket. You ain't got to say it's your girl. Just, hey, I need a ticket for 4, whatever.
I'm not at that level where I can demand tickets for 4 people yet.
Wow.
Actually, that's what you said. What's funny, I started doing all that towards the end. I tell you, the bulb went off, and I started like taking her everywhere to all my new tapings. Even went to LA, had meetings and let her sit there with me because she's talented too. She can write. So I tried. It was already, but that's just me. That's what I wanted to. That's how I wanted to build my thing. You know, I always want my woman to. The girl I wanted to pick is. We can be a partner. You don't have to be stand-up. Just we can create some things together.
So once she started spending,
so bad.
Once I started, but she was already gone, and she couldn't hide the fact that she was gone.
What if you find out she fucking one of them executives at a meeting you took her to?
That'd be fucked up.
Yeah, but that'd be it. I mean, I don't know.
I want to get. And she fucking the executive.
But
you found out you was up for the show, and she's the one that said, "Nah, he wouldn't be right for it."
Believe me, it'd be nice if she was, but I know that ain't true.
What if she has her own show called Friends of the Executives?
Holy shit!
You're crazy, man. That's all I can say.
Jermaine's thugged out brother,
Jamal.
All right, Rod, tell us when Friends of the People come on, my brother.
Friends of the People comes on every Tuesday night on True True TV at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 p.m. Central. All the episodes will be on YouTube and on TrueTV.com and also available on iTunes after they come on.
So check out those episodes now because there's a couple that they can watch, right?
The first episode is online now on YouTube, and right after it comes on tomorrow, the second episode will be on there too. So you're going to really enjoy the show. Every episode is dope.
How were the ratings for the first show?
It was all right. It wasn't great, but they were still really excited about everything.
Yeah.
So, this is my first time I learned about the ratings game too. I mean, I've never had
ratings
a show
for a sketch show. Key and Peele apparently doesn't do shit on TV.
Mm-hmm.
But people watch this thing online.
Yep.
Greg, my brother, Gregory, he showed me a bunch of these clips, and he just gets in like a wormhole. He'll just watch clip after clip after clip. Are they putting your sketches individually up there?
That's what we're trying to. They started doing that last week with a few of them, but we want to do that.
Dude,
that's the motto of it.
bro.
At the end of the day, it's not about. You really can't even. With a cable show, you got to at least give it 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Let it go. Let people feel.
Yeah, the first
form a
season
habit,
got to
bro.
see it. So hopefully,
but put them online, dog. If they,
oh no, you ain't. That is our everyday.
Get Jamal involved, man.
Jamal.
Get Jamal in there.
Man, what the hell? He keep bringing up my brother.
Y'all in good hands over there though. Chris is a good dude. The president.
I love Chris Lane. He's a
man.
real dude. He's cool and he's excited. Ain't nothing like when the network is excited. So.
He used to be at MTV. Now he's over there. So.
Dope.
Schultz, you gotta go.
man.
We're out.
man.
We shutting it down.
Yes.
He's going to do a fake show.
I'm gonna do a fake show right now. I'll
But
see you guys later.
as always, if you listen to this show and you think you learned something and you think we're brilliant, you're right. If you listen to this show and you think we don't know shit and we're all a bunch of idiots, you're right too. It's the Brilliant Idiots Podcast. Lil Rel, thank you for stopping by, my brother.
Thanks for having me, man. I had fun.